Welcome back to the channel and to one of my review videos. So in these videos I just try and point out a couple strategic things to hopefully help you in your Apex gameplay. Let's just hold the phone a second and talk about that movement. So that was pretty dumb because if you look at my surroundings here, you've got these crates that are all blocking my directions, which only leaves me about 4 ways that I could actually go. 2 of which you don't want to use anyway because that's way too easy to aim. So that's already stacking the odds in their favor. So what's a better way? Let's take a look here.
Right here.
If we look from back here, you can see from one of these 2 spots, I would have had basically the same angles and would have been much safer, and they would have had to come down those corridors, giving me the advantage.
Right here.
Especially if there was, a second person. But let's take a look at how this played out. So 1v1, no advantage on my end or their end really at that point. Their teammate does decide to finally come in. They're playing it safe. They're playing it from behind cover. And then I decide to hold the door. So I'm hoping that by holding this door, I'm able to give my teammates some time to be able to get better information and better angles and positions on these guys. Because right now they have the upper hand. They have more information about us than we do them. But let's take a look at the consequences if you jump out in the open instead of taking advantage and getting some different angles. I mean, you can see all 3 of us, and if somebody was right here, then they'd have a shot on all 3 of us, and that's just no good. But fast forwarding a little bit, we're just cleaning up the squad, and I make the typical mistake of not holding high ground. I thought he'd drop right here, and I was going to drop right on him. Put him in a 1v1 where none of us have cover. That was dumb. And then you get to see my terrible aim, which is my consequence of it. A little bit of public shame here. Let's just talk about high ground for a second. If you do it right, this is the kind of stuff that happens. You get a kill, okay, third party, I know, not all my kill, but whatever. Get a kill, get a knock, we're fighting another team. And then if we had stayed up there, we probably could have taken that whole team with like nobody going down. But instead, because I dropped, because I was feeling all macho, because I knocked 2 people, I put the rest of my team in danger because Schwa had to drop down now. He's fighting from outside the ring and trying to knock this person that just got me. And then Freddy's still up top, but he's going to have to drop down in a second here so he can do some reses. All the meanwhile, we've got, I think it's Advantage, but somebody trying to snipe at us. And we got dangerously close to being squad wiped when we could have just stayed up there. We had plenty of angles we could have worked from. We could have slowed down and just taken our time. So I'm kind of learning in this game, keep the high ground, work the angles, right? That seems to be the theme, and I'm picking up on that. I got lucky enough to stay in this game long enough to realize that. So as I'm finding out that there's some people up here, we're in ring 3, so I know this ring's going to hurt. I see we're out of ring. That was our whole point of trying to get over to those buildings. We wanted to do exactly what they're doing and kind of hole up a little bit. But I see that we have a problem. So I decide, okay, well, I mean, we're either going to die out here by just getting picked at over and over. There's still plenty of other squads, or we can move and try and, divert their fire a little bit and give us some chance to be able to move. And this is a good spot to point out, know your roles on the team, right? I'm the mobility legend, so I know that that's my job, is to be able to get to a spot that's going to make them freak out a little bit and then be able to get out if needed, right? So if you're going to be a mobility legend like Wraith or Pathfinder, Octane, whatever, you got to be comfortable getting in and out. It's not about just pushing right up on the person. It's about using that mobility to your advantage and for your team's advantage. In this particular instance, my goal was to create distraction to get my team inside the ring and potentially find cover. Now that movement onto the roof accomplished that. It got my team into the ring. This is the cool thing about video review, is I see that my zipline just pops right here, and that would have been a great opportunity to get us both out of there up into that high ground that's behind me now. We're now off to the left instead of healing and reloading constantly. I do these videos because I see it over and over that everybody's struggling with the same issues and only some people are paying attention enough to learn. So 3 things that we're going to learn from this video that I've taken into my game since then. This is about a week old of a video, and I got a 12 kill game the other day in ranked because I paid attention to these things. So sticking behind your cover, using your high ground, and not just rushing in. Those are the 3 things I want you to think about. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I do this because these are really simple things that you can look for and change that's going to make Apex so much more enjoyable. You'll get more kills, you'll get more wins. So if you did like this video, throw a like down, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and we'll see you in the next one.